Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and now that my two obligatory informative videos are done for the day, it's time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. And a lot of people keep wanting me to badmouth Chris Jones, and I don't. They're always like, they're like, call him out for being a fake natty, call him out for selling his supplements. And I haven't, and I want to tell you guys why. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. Alright guys, yeah, I know I call a lot of people out, and people are actually standing there saying, well, is it because you're friends with him that you don't call him out? There's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. Now, I'll be the first to say that no, I don't approve of people selling supplements. I don't. And you guys know that in general. I tell you don't buy supplements. So if you take in my advice and following me, you're not buying his supplements anyways. Now, all of that being said, in spite of all this other stuff, I do call a lot of people out. But what people need to remember, there's a certain point to where when people have treated you a certain way in the past, it affects how you're going to treat them in the future. And it comes down to not wronging people when they kind of stood by you during bad situations. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. You guys know that I went through one of the most massive hate campaigns ever seen in YouTube, right? I even had law enforcement people look at all the stuff that went on and said they'd never seen anything like this. They'd never seen anything like this. The stuff that was going on, this entire hate campaign around me. And it got to the point where it became the norm for all the other fitness YouTubers to even trash talk me. They trash talk me behind the scenes. I had people who were her kind of friends and connections would say, hey, this person and that person, you're all at an expo, and they were bad-mouthing you even off camera. You know, other people, you know, who haven't even mentioned me ever online were bad-mouthing me, other YouTubers and stuff. But none of that stuff ever came back from Chris. And I was going through a really, really rough time. Now, I'm back on top of things now. People can joke all they want about, oh, your channel's dying. It's like, no, guys, I'm making more money over the months, over time this year. Everything has gone up considerably. Like, it's gone up higher than my subscriber count has gone up. So people can have whatever perspectives they want. Reality is my channel's not dying, it's growing. It's the best it's ever been. The ad revenue is by far the highest it's ever been. Subscribers are going up every single day. I broke past my 100,000, got my Silver Play Award. Everything is doing actually really good with my channel. It's going great with my channel. Now all the other YouTubers, a lot of them are trying to act a little different. You know, they're not all bad-mouthing me. A handful still do. But the hate campaign basically failed. Now that everyone sees that I weathered the storm and I went through all of that and I'm still here and I'm coming out on top and I'm winning. Now all these other people, it's no longer the bandwagon to jump on Jason. You know, there's no big bandwagon for people to jump on. But there were people who had pretended to be my friends. There were people who I've talked to on the phone. They had each other's cell phone numbers. People who've discussed maybe doing different business with me in the past, writing books with me, or trash talking me behind the scenes, and then trash talking me, some of them did in videos. And through all of that, Chris, none of that came back to me. And in fact, when things were really bad, Chris shot me some messages and asked me just kind of check in to see how I was doing. All right? He didn't jump on that bandwagon. Everybody else was ready to just shit on me. They were ready to shit on me and try to kick me when I was down because they felt I was an easy target and it was a popular thing to hate me. Chris was the only YouTuber who I'd had interactions with in the past who talk to me friendly at all behind the scenes, just like to say hello. Did not treat me like I was a leper. And that's worth something to me. That's worth something to me. I'm just going to be honest here. When I was going through the worst of this hate campaign, he just kind of checked in a couple times, sent me some messages, just even through our private Facebooks, you know, like, hey man, how you doing? You know, when everybody else, they didn't treat me that way. He treated me different. In fact, I would say the only other person who really stood by me through all of that was Brittany. The entire time that stuff was going on, she was basically ride or die. She stuck with me. She helped me rebrand myself because she does have a degree in marketing. She helped me change the way that I do stuff, and she stuck it out through all of that. She stuck it out through all of that and helped me refine my message, refine my brand in certain ways with different advice and pointers to get me back up on top. She believed in me. And I think at that same time, like Chris wanted to also, because he would check in. And, that's the thing it comes down to. Now I'm coming back up. My channel's growing. My outreach is growing. People who hated on me have failed. And there's other people who did stuff behind the scenes to make all of it worse that I know about. I'm not going to get into all that. There was rumors that came to me of money and stuff changing hands, of people paying some of the people who harassed me, a couple different individuals and possible companies. But that's really besides the point. This whole industry, this whole community tried to take a shit on me. They tried to kick me when I was down. I mean, when it was at its worst, when I actually had the bomb squad scare and had the bomb squad close my street down. When I was going through all of that. When I was going through all of that, I became the whole whipping boy of this community. And Chris didn't join in that. He kept it real. And I've got to look at that, and I might not like everything Chris does. I might not like that he sells supplements, but at the end of the day, that's a person who, when everybody hated me, he was still polite to me. He still treated me with respect. He was still willing to talk to me. When I was the leper that no one even wanted to touch, they wanted to stay away because they were scared of the hate campaign and the trolls. But at the end of the day, now everyone sees us survive it. Now people are acting different, but the difference is I remember all that. I remember all of that. And I know how people acted. And I know how people are, and I know their true colors. And the thing is, whatever else is going on with Chris's stuff, he's real. And he treated me that way. So by that same token, whatever hate campaigns or stuff that's going on or other things that happen, and people want me to jump in and they want me to badmouth this man who still treated me with respect when I had this hate campaign going against me, I'm just not going to do it. No, I'm not going to endorse his supplements. I'm not going to endorse his products because I don't believe in that stuff. I don't. But by that same token, he didn't badmouth me when everybody was doing it. Every motherfucker in this industry was doing it. And he didn't partake in it. So at this point, I really don't care if Chris wants to get up in a clown suit with a pink ballerina dress and dance around and become a tranny or anything else. I don't even care. I don't care what he does. Unless he's going to do something that I think is really directly harmful to people, and I think is really bad and going to hurt people, I'm not going to jump in and say anything. And it's because the fact that he treated me with enough respect to not join in when everyone else hated me. And people can say, man, I don't like it. That's hypocritical. You're not calling him out on this and that. You know what? You can think whatever you want. You can think whatever you want. But all I'm going to say is he didn't take a big shit on me when everyone else did. And I'm not going to return that favor by, if I see Chris doing something I don't necessarily like, to make a video calling him out. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And people can not like that all they want. They can get angry all they want. They can say, oh, you're dick riding him, or why, whatever you want to say. I don't care. I really don't care. Because, again, it's just about the only person in this industry who I had interactions with, who was a YouTuber, who I had interactions with up until that point, who didn't completely turn on me. And that speaks volumes about his character. Chris is real. Chris is real. He's a genuine person. He's a genuine person. And I know that based upon that, just my observation that Chris is real. And no, I'm not going to badmouth him. I don't care what it is that he does wrong or people think I should trash talk him for. It's not going to happen. Because again, I didn't have anybody on my side back then. I didn't have anybody on my side 2 years ago. Everybody hated me. Everybody in this industry hated me. And a lot of them still hate me. But you know what? I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep moving up. I'm going to keep improving. Up next, we're going to reach 200,000 subscribers. That 65 million views is going to turn into 100 million views. I'm going to keep climbing. I'm going to keep climbing, and I'm going to remember the way different people treated me. And that's just how it is, guys. That's reality. I'm going to remember which supplement companies caused me problems. I'm going to remember which individuals caused me problems. I'm going to remember who talked shit about me behind my back. I'm going to remember who I got rumors of were paying some of my stalkers and trolls. I'm going to remember all that. And I'm going to remember who stayed cool with me and who was at least friendly with me behind the scenes and chose not to trash talk me. And people who betray you, you treat them like traitors. You treat them like enemies. You know they're enemies. People who don't betray you when everybody else does, all right, that's worth something to me. That's worth something to me. And I really don't give a shit what people think about that. If people don't understand that, if they think that that's being hypocritical to not call someone out who behaved that way, they've never been through anything like that. And at the end of the day, guys, yes, I'm biased just like every other person on this planet is. I'm a human being. I have my grudges, I have my friendships, I have my loyalties. But here's the difference. Just because I choose not to call something out, again, such as supplements, doesn't mean that I endorse it. It doesn't mean I approve of it. Just because you might get along with someone or whatever doesn't mean that you approve of everything that they do. And that's the difference. That's the difference. So it doesn't mean I'm jumping up endorsing the guy's supplements or anything. But you know what? He had ample opportunities to trash talk me. In fact, it was popular to trash talk me. He could have made even more friends by trash talking me, and he didn't. Didn't do it. And I'm not going to return that favor by trash talking this man. I'm not. Like I said, I don't care what he does. I don't care what he does. He can do whatever he wants. I'm not going to shit talk him. And it's as simple as that. People need to deal with it and accept that and move on. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.